Okay, so we have some pretty interesting developments here. Bitcoin is absolutely pumping, and this is pretty significant because if you remember in my last video, the last time I talked about Bitcoin, basically I was saying that I was bearish. I was expecting us to continue in a downtrend here. That is, unless we were able to reclaim this range up here. And by that, I meant either we were able to find support inside this range again, inside the value area low, which we kind of did right here. We did, consolidate above the value area low. But also, just if we're able to get above the point of control, which we also have done, we come up to the value area high of this range now. And we could even pull this fixed range over all of this price action now and see what this range is looking like. And okay, that's a little interesting. Moving it over this bit of price action brought the value area high up. Not sure how that works, but either way, the point of control is still basically the same. And yeah, I think it's pretty clear that we are now accepted back inside of this range. And honestly, this could mean that the bullish case is now much more possible. This 4 hour was looking very bearish back here, but actually started looking very bullish down towards these lows. We did get this bullish divergence here, which I wish I longed. I didn't notice it, and I was looking for a retest, but we basically got to this retest right here, this golden pocket retest, as the CPI news was happening. Hang on, I had to go down to a lower time frame. So yeah, basically this happened during the CPI news, and this was such a fast move that I really didn't have time to react. I didn't have time to grab a long from there, even though I was interested in it. And since then, we've seen the 4 hour money flow continue to trend upwards. It's now crossed over, and so this is definitely looking a bit more bullish now, given the price action and given the 4 hour money flow. Now, what was keeping me very bearish was this 12-hour money flow coming down so much, but interestingly, we did manage to turn this money flow around right before we crossed the zero line, which you could say is also bullish. This is definitely showing the possibility of this money flow now turning back to the upside, and maybe we just get like a little move to the upside as we come up to take out these highs, put in a higher high. And maybe we see continued bear divs with momentum and money flow here. Or maybe this money flow ends up coming way up and we end up seeing a breakout essentially of this range that we've been trading in since June of 2022. And, maybe then we can see this sort of trend with the money flow continue where it just keeps on growing. That is definitely still a possibility. Reclaiming this range and now seeing the 4 hour money flow turn to the upside is making that more of a possibility. But the 12 hour money flow has still come down greatly. Let's check out the 8 hour. We did cross into the red a little bit, but now we're getting a move back above the zero line with the money flow. So here's the thing about the situation that we're in right now. It's seeming like the price action, what's going on right now, is meant to throw people off. Whatever happens next, really, there's going to be people that think the exact opposite is going to happen. If we pump up, break out of this range, and make a run for, the 28 to 30K region, that is going to wreck a lot of bears. It's going to wreck a lot of people that shorted the high of this range, thinking we were going to get a rejection from it again. But if we end up just putting in a lower high here, or maybe even a higher high, SFPing the highs again, and then we do sort of commence a larger downtrend, a larger retracement, that will now wreck a lot of people who have longed down in this area and who are probably longing up here as well. So Bitcoin is at one of those points where no matter what happens next, a lot of people are probably going to get wrecked. And so because of that, I am trying to play it a bit more carefully. And by that, I mean I will take trades when they come. I'm not looking to FOMO into any positions. So right now, we are sort of at a place of resistance. We're at these previous highs. And this is actually a pretty significant high here, because if we sort of look at this higher term market structure, if we break those highs, we would be putting in a higher high, we would be breaking this bearish market structure. So if we come up here, maybe then we can look for like a lower low or something. And this seems like if we break these highs, we would be sort of breaking this bearish market structure on the higher time frame. So it looks like that is going to be significant. We could also SFP this high up here, SFP this wick, and maybe then that would mean like this bearish market structure is going to continue, and maybe we hunt these lows again. But it's not looking like that is super likely based on the money flow. We are seeing some divergences on the medium-term time frames, but money flow across most time frames is increasing. The 6-minute has come down a little bit since we put in this last high, but usually when that 12 and 24-minute money flow is looking like this, when it's still increasing, there is a good chance that the top is not in yet. So this could be an area of resistance, but I'm not super interested in shorting that. I do also kind of like this area up here with this untapped daily and 786 right above this value area high, what is now the value area high. And that really is like the last resistance I have before my short trade from up here gets stopped out. But yeah, you know, I'm not really looking to take on any more risk with this. I got a lot of profits out of this short trade. I was looking to potentially hold it for lower if we started seeing a larger downtrend, but you know, considering where we're at now, I want to keep my SL right around my entry to make sure I don't eat into any of my profits. So yeah, I might be watching these areas for some medium-term time frame bear divs. It's getting close to the point where we wouldn't be forming 4-hour bear divs anymore unless we started retracing and then maybe came up for a higher high here. Maybe this momentum wave can come down, but right now this 4-hour momentum wave is getting pretty up there. If we get up to this area around this gray line, we wouldn't be forming any bear divs anymore, and the money flow is still increasing on the 4-hour and on most time frames below it. So yeah, if I'm going to be looking for shorts up here, I would want to see these medium-term time frames start looking a little bit more bearish with their money flow, and I'd like to see bear divs hitting off these levels. And honestly, you know, I'm looking to potentially get in some long trades. You know, the long trades have been paying. We've been putting in consistent higher lows. Maybe if we come back down a little bit, we can form another higher low somewhere. The only long trade I'm in at the moment is an ADA trade that I took, let's see, where did I take this? Literally right before the pump. I FOMO'd into an ADA trade right here because we were holding the VWAP, and you know, that's in some decent profits right now. But other than that, I have been looking for longs for Bitcoin. But you know, this whole move up, Bitcoin really hasn't been retracing much. I've been looking for retracements a little bit lower to maybe get into longs, and we just haven't gotten that. So yeah, I mean, really the next thing I'm looking to do is wait for some sort of market structure to form here if we're going to start consolidating here like we did here or here. And then I'll be looking to trade the range. I'll look at the volume levels inside the range and see if I can get some scalp entries that I may be able to hold if we break either up or down. That's kind of the way I'm approaching it, but I'm not looking to really short any of these levels with like large stop losses or anything because, you know, at this point shorts are being hunted. So yeah, all we can really do now is wait this out a little bit, see what price does from here. Maybe we start just trading inside this range again, and then we can look for trades inside this range. But also until this volatility sort of cools down, there's still the chance that we just keep on pumping up from here. All right, well, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate the support, and I will see you all in my next video.